She stretches her arm trying to grab the ladder on the left, but in the next second suddenly misses her step and falls from 600 meters high. When the rope suddenly stops moving, the woman, before she can even react, fearfully peers over the edge. She can hardly believe her eyes. Her bestie is hanging on the rope, didn't fall, but her hands are injured and she can't climb back up. The woman quickly adjusts her position and pulls her bestie up to the platform with all her strength, bringing the backpack up too. She immediately drinks water from the backpack, feeling a wave of relief. Then she uses an eyeliner pen to write a help message on paper, planning to use the drone to call for help from the ground. When the drone successfully takes off and flies toward a distant restaurant, the woman can almost feel the glimmer of hope. She watches wide-eyed as the drone crosses the road. Just as it's about to hit the restaurant window, a truck suddenly speeds by and knocks the drone away. The woman stands frozen, unable to believe this is really happening. She picks up the binoculars and sees the driver getting out to check the drone, giving her a spark of hope. If only he sees the note, rescue would be possible. However, after seeing the drone, the driver hurriedly jumps back into his truck, steps on the gas and quickly drives away. Watching the truck disappear, the woman's emotions collapse and she falls into complete despair. Just as she's about to give up everything, she suddenly realizes her bestie is no longer beside her. She abruptly remembers that her bestie had already died on the satellite dish below when she fell. The severe shock made the woman mistake the backpack for her bestie, her confused mind almost forgetting reality. Facing an approaching storm, her mind and body completely break down as she collapses on the platform. The next day, the woman is still unconscious on the platform, her phone lying aside. Severe sunburn and infected wounds make her condition increasingly serious. At this moment, a hungry vulture lowers its head, focusing on her face. Confirming she's dead, it confidently begins pecking at her wounds. Just as it's about to feast, the woman unexpectedly opens her eyes and stares intensely at the vulture. The two engage in a life-or-death struggle high above the ground. The woman endures excruciating pain, gripping the vulture's head tightly and smashing it against the platform repeatedly. After a struggle, the vulture finally stops moving. The woman begins eating the vulture's meat, filled with a desperate will to survive. After eating, she unties her safety rope and climbs down the platform without hesitation. After confirming the crossbar is secure, she throws down the safety rope and begins sliding down quickly. Now her movements are decisive and swift, without any of her previous hesitation. When she reaches the end of the rope, she resolutely unclips her safety hook, jumps onto the satellite dish, and finally arrives at her bestie's side. Looking at her bestie's already stiffened body, the woman's heart fills with complex emotions. Thinking about what she must do next, she feels full of guilt. However, she quickly suppresses her emotions, takes out her phone and composes a rescue message to send to her father. Then the woman removes her bestie's shoe, puts the phone inside, and ties the laces. She apologizes to her bestie again before stuffing the shoe into her wound. Finally, using all her strength, she pushes her bestie off the high tower. She knows the shoe will protect the phone, and when it hits the ground, the signal will return and the message can be sent. Watching her bestie grow smaller and smaller, the woman feels no relief at all, but rather an indescribable sense of loss. Just then, the metal frame suddenly loosens and the woman's body sways, nearly falling from the height. She hurriedly tries to back away but finds nowhere to hide. She can only kneel on the shaking metal frame, waiting in complete despair for fate's judgment.